Morning, everyone. I'm Kristen Myers, editor-in-chief of ETF.com, here with your market minute for Wednesday, April 16th. Now, I said just yesterday that markets were already looking past the Trump trade war and instead are going to be focusing in on earnings and corporate headlines. And we got a doozy of a corporate headline just yesterday. So chip maker NVIDIA announced that it was going to be taking a more than $5 billion charge because the United States had limited its exports of AI chips to China. So this is still somewhat trade war related. And as a result, we have seen tech sector and particularly semiconductors absolutely tank, and markets are opening up in the red today. Let's take a look at some particular semiconductor ETFs. We're just a couple of minutes after the trading day has started. So I want to start with the tech sector. That is going to be ticker XLK. That's a Technology Select Sector Spider Fund. It is already opening up 2% down today. Now looking over at semiconductor ETFs, SOX, that's SOXX, down over 3% right now in early trading. SMHX, that's the VanEck Fabless Semiconductor ETF, down over 4% today. And then we have the VanEck Semiconductor ETF, that's ticker SMH, down nearly 4%. Again, we are just 10 minutes into the trading session today on Wednesday. And markets right now are really not enjoying the news that semiconductors and the tech sector, particularly around chips, is going to essentially curb their revenue over the coming quarters for the remainder of 2025. Now, semiconductors and these chip stocks have been a part of those high growth names that really carried the market in 2024, but there was a lot of concerns about growth and a lot of concerns about their ability to keep up the growth in revenue going forward. And as a result, what we've seen in downturns around those semiconductor stocks has actually wiped off $2 trillion of market capitalization. So with NVIDIA's announcement, it is not at all making investors happy, and NVIDIA is not the only one. There are other semiconductors that have come out and made announcements. I'm talking about ASML. Now that is a Dutch semiconductor company. It did report earnings and it actually missed on order expectations. And the CEO warned about tariff uncertainty going forward. And so that is just a double whammy after NVIDIA's announcement and is really piling on to investor anxiety, particularly around semiconductors and more broadly, the tech sector that relies on those chips in order to run. We'll keep you updated on what happens with NVIDIA and other corporate earnings and how they're going to impact not only the markets, but also your portfolio.